Hi, I'm Jerry Gerard, the founder and board chairman of For Aussie War Vets Foundation, a relatively new foundation established to provide rehabilitation in a rural environment to help suffering and struggling war veterans, particularly those with mental health issues including PTSD, on the road back to a normal life. After much research in early 2016 and appreciating that a lot of good work was already being done, it still became obvious to me that there was a real need for an organisation that was based on an emphasis on a holistic or all-encompassing approach to veteran rehabilitation and the current underestimation of the value of a rural environment and its related activities in which to provide that rehabilitation. Our model is both unique and innovative. There is a crisis within the veteran community, particularly in relation to veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan, and with regard to suicide, domestic violence, substance abuse, homelessness and unemployment. More Australian veterans of the war in Afghanistan have committed suicide in Australia than have been killed in Afghanistan. The families of these suffering and struggling Defence Force personnel are also paying a horrendous price for the veteran service to our great nation. Our purpose is to provide the wherewithal to substantially contribute to the alleviation and mitigation of the injuries, illnesses and anxieties being suffered by Australian war veterans, and in so doing provide to them a valuable pathway to a dramatically enhanced quality of life. This will be achieved primarily in conjunction with their short to medium term accommodation in a rural environment which is relaxed and calming and where rehabilitation and guidance will have maximum long-term benefit. The vision is to establish at least 6 getaway home camps throughout Australia, the first being Camp Courage, southeast Queensland, providing Australian war veterans who are doing it tough with live-in programs and courses of varying lengths, together with the necessary and appropriate support, care, including medical care, and with their partners in some cases. Furthermore, and in addition to rehabilitation, camp guests will benefit from the most meaningful, enjoyable, affordable and safe experience possible. A better quality of life and improved future prospects are outcomes earnestly sought for them and their families.
Put simply and tragically, many veterans struggle to adjust to civilian life, and without the proper support, they can spiral into deep depression and sadly take their own lives. If Australia cannot find the resources to provide the care necessary to help our servicemen and women readjust at home, then perhaps we should not put their lives at risk in the first place. We do not have the right to ask these people to risk their lives for us, only then to abandon them when they need us most. It is not just an obligation, it is our duty to care for those servicemen and women and to extend that support to their families.
Hello there. As an ambassador for the For Aussie War Vets Foundation, I add my encouragement to all sectors of our community to get right behind them. Now, they have a unique and very innovative model that they're rolling out to rehabilitate our veterans who are suffering all sorts of problems, but especially PTSD. Now, I'm doing my bit, but we all need to support them and their incredibly worthwhile cause. Check out their website and give them a very deserved helping hand.
For Aussie War Vets is a charitable foundation, being a not-for-profit unlisted public company. It has deductible gift recipient tax status. Currently, we are all volunteers. There are no paid staff. All funds now being received are being put away for Camp Courage establishment and its live-in rehabilitation programs, or being judiciously put towards further major fundraising events. Foundation directors are currently funding the organisation. Ours is an extremely worthwhile cause, with our veterans needing and deserving the support of all sectors of the Australian community. On behalf of the For Aussie War Vets Foundation's board and myself personally, I appeal to you to help us to help them. We want to make a real difference in the lives of these struggling and suffering veterans and their families.